What if one day your dog could tell you exactly why it barked? What if dolphins could share secrets of the ocean, and elephants could describe their memories of ancestors from decades ago? It sounds impossible, but scientists are already listening, and machines are starting to understand. The era of human-to-animal communication has quietly begun. You're watching HEH TV, where we explore the unknown side of science, technology, and the mysteries that shape our world. Subscribe and join us as we decode what it truly means to communicate beyond the limits of language. For centuries, humans have wondered what animals are trying to say. From the songs of whales to the chirps of birds, nature is filled with voices, but not human ones. We've always believed language is what separates us from other species. That belief might soon collapse. In 2025, artificial intelligence is doing something that once belonged to myth, translating the sounds, gestures, and even facial expressions of animals into human understandable data. Not science fiction, real projects are underway across the world. Let's start with Project CETI, short for Cetacean Translation Initiative. It's a group of scientists, linguists, and AI engineers trying to decode the language of sperm whales. These giants of the deep use clicking sounds called codas. For years, humans heard only noise. But I found structure, repeating patterns, variations, and syntax-like sequences. The discovery shocked linguists. The whales weren't just making sounds. They were talking in a system more complex than we ever imagined. The team fed thousands of hours of whale sounds into powerful neural networks. The AI began to identify what sound combinations appeared during specific events, feeding, meeting calves, or warning of danger. It started predicting what whales might say next, based on previous sentences. That's not just understanding, that's translation in its first form. But whales are not alone in this experiment. In Kenya, researchers are using similar AI tools to interpret elephant rumbles. Elephants communicate using deep, low-frequency sounds that travel miles through the ground. Humans can't hear most of them, yet AI can. By comparing thousands of recordings, scientists learned that elephants have specific calls for bee, human, friend, and water. They even greet each other by name, a sound signature unique to each elephant. Imagine that. An elephant calling another by its personal sound ID, like saying, "Hey, it's me." That's not instinct. That's identity. AI doesn't just hear. It learns. In labs around the world, neural networks are being trained on bird songs, dog barks, and even pig grunts. One project, called Earth Species Project, is building a universal translator for the animal kingdom. They're feeding AI with data from thousands of species to find cross-species similarities in sound patterns. The ultimate goal? A digital bridge between humans and every other intelligent life form on Earth. But there's a twist. If we truly learn to understand animals, what happens next? Do we treat them as equals? Do we give them rights? Or will communication only make their silence louder? Philosophers warn that understanding animal thoughts could change everything we know about morality. Imagine realizing that a cow understands fear, or that your pet parrot feels boredom like you do. Would people still eat meat? Would zoos still exist? The consequences reach far beyond science. Back to the labs. Researchers have found that AI can even detect emotional tones in animal calls. Dolphins express joy, frustration, and sadness through pitch and rhythm. Crows use complex alarm calls that change depending on the type of threat. One study found that prairie dogs can describe the shape, color, and speed of a predator in sound alone. It's language, just not ours. So, can we actually talk back? That's the next frontier. At the University of Cambridge, AI systems are being trained not just to interpret, but to respond to animal communication. Using synthesized whale codas, I's already played phrases back to real whales. And in one test, the whales responded, matching patterns as if continuing the conversation. That single moment could mark the birth of interspecies dialogue. Of course, there are dangers. Experts fear that too much interference could disrupt natural behavior. If humans start talking to wild animals, we could confuse, stress, or even manipulate them. Ethics must evolve as fast as the technology. Still, curiosity drives us forward. Think of what this means. A future where wildlife conservation, I send tea a guess, it has a conversation. Farmers could understand distress signals from livestock. Scientists could ask whales what's changing in the ocean. Even pets could tell us when something hurts. But here's the deeper truth. Maybe animals have been communicating all along, and we simply never listened closely enough. AI is not teaching them to speak. It's teaching us to hear. So next time you walk by a tree full of birds, or watch your cat stare at nothing, remember, there might be a language in that silence, one we're only beginning to understand. The future of communication isn't just about humans talking to machines. It's about machines helping humans talk to the rest of life on Earth. You've been watching HEH TV. If you believe the future of language might not belong only to us, hit like, subscribe, and stay curious. Because the next great conversation might not be between humans. It might be between species.